show. I kind of want to move out to the mountains, I want to move out to like Montana or Colorado or something like that, something real rustic, I want to move off grid. I want to, I want to do that now, but I guess it's probably a better idea to wait until I have a family and then just like move out there when I have the money to. But, that kind of leads into what I want to talk about today, which is there's so much stuff going on in the world and there's so many problems, and sometimes it feels like the best thing to do is run away when the best thing to do is to stay and fight, because running away and being a coward and basically just like leaving everything doesn't fix the problem. It makes it worse, because the people that you're fighting against are cowards. So it's kind of like you're joining them because they're just giving up, Like, can you imagine if Luke Skywalker was just like, yeah, whatever, and just laid down his lightsaber and then let Darth Vader kill him? Like, the fuck would that be about? But seriously, the best thing to do when all these horrible things are going on in the world, all these crazy things are going on in the world, we don't know if there's going to be a nuclear war, another world war, we don't know if the power grid's going to go out, AI, all this crazy shit. Like, we have no clue what's going to happen, but we shouldn't run away from it. We should stay and fight and have tough conversations and raise awareness and just go out there and do our best. So, as much as we might want to run away from the place we're in, we were put in the place that we are in for a reason. You were born into the circumstances that you're in for a reason, and you've got to fulfill that. You can't run from it. It's kind of like Jonah in the Bible when God tells him, Jonah, I'm choosing you to go to Nineveh. And Nineveh was one of the most dangerous towns. They were doing horrible things. They were committing horrible sins against each other, against God. And God said, Jonah, you have to go to Nineveh and you have to make these people repent and make these people come to God. And Jonah said, nope, it's too scary. I'm not doing it. I'm not built for it. And basically what he did was he went on a ship and he was like, guys, I'm getting out of here. And God sent a huge storm, and the crew of the ship threw him off the ship. He got swallowed by a whale, and he was in the belly of a whale for, I think, like 7 days or something. And then he repented. He said, God, I'm sorry. Send me to Nineveh. So God let him out of the whale, and he went to Nineveh, and he made the people repent. He made them come to God. He had conversations with them, and he did what was hard, even though it was the right thing to do. So it's important to remember that when things are hard, when things are tough, when you're given challenges, don't back down. There's no use in running away, because the problems are going to grow bigger, and when you don't confront them, they're going to pop up in other places that you don't want them to. So confront your problems. Confront the horrible things going on in the world, but confront it with positivity. You don't fight fire with fire. That just makes the fire grow bigger. But you fight it with love and positivity, and you spread kindness to everybody, and that's the most important thing you can do. But running away from problems in your personal life or in the world, like, we have to stay here and fight. We have, wherever you are, as tempting as it is to run away, don't run away from it. Take care of the people you love. Take care of yourself first and foremost. But you have a responsibility to your community. When in a time of crisis, if you have information and knowledge and know-how, to use that to help your community instead of doing nothing at all and acting out of fear. Acting out of fear is never something you want to get yourself into. So That's why it's so important to stay and fight the good fight. Things have to get a lot worse before they get better, and I'm trying not to be a conspiracy theorist here, but there's clearly forces in the world that don't want us to succeed. There's clearly forces in the world that don't want us to be happy or healthy, and there's clearly forces in the world that have some sort of evil agenda or plan against us. And that's not on some political shit, that's just on some real shit. Like, that's actually what's happening. If you actually believe that anybody that's in a position of power that has a lot of wealth, and wealth equals power in the world we live in, if you actually believe that any of them want what's best for you, you're crazy. So, I mean, it's common sense. You know, you look at the things these people do, and you look at everything that goes on in the world, and somebody's pulling the strings. But again, it's important to not run away from this stuff, to stay and fight. But on a more positive note, just put a smile on your face, you know? Go explore, go do things that make you happy. You know, put yourself out there, take risks, do what you always wanted to do. You're probably pretty young-ish if you're watching this, because you probably see this like on my social media or whatever. And now's the time for you to go and take risks. But don't run away. Don't run away. You know? Don't run away from anything. Never back down. You know? I don't care. I was just talking to my friend last night. And I was like, remember in 2016 when the clowns were like coming out and they were like jumping in front of people's cars and shit and they were attacking people? That just popped into my head. But yeah, remember that? That was crazy. So sometimes life is like a clown, and you're in your car, and you're going wherever you're going, and you're just driving down the path, and then a clown comes out, you know? That's the evil, bad side of the world. And it jumps out at you, and it tries to get you, and it tries to bring you down, but that's when you run the fuck over the clown, and, you know, you're like, fuck you, you know, you just zoom right over the clown, you know? Sometimes that's what you gotta do. You gotta be cutthroat, you gotta be ruthless, you gotta be strong in your conviction for whatever you believe in, if that was the right way to use the word conviction. That's what you gotta do, you know? To survive and to be happy and healthy in this world is not an easy thing. It's an expensive thing. It's a mentally taxing thing at times, but it's something that we have to do. As I think it was Mark Jackson said, you have to compartmentalize to stay sane.
As LeBron takes a deep three, oh my goodness. I just like to say this to put a button on it. When it's a beautiful shot and the Lakers are up, but when you're a black man in this country, you can't compartmentalize. You must compartmentalize to stay sane.
If you get that reference from the NBA. Anyways, we're running out of time here. I try and keep these videos like 10 minutes or less. So, if you guys have any ideas for other videos, please let me know. I'll talk about literally anything. I know I try and keep it motivational, inspirational type shit around here. But if you guys want to hear stories about my life or stories about things that I've been through, or you need advice, or you want me to zone in on a certain topic, or you want me to talk about something specific, let me know, because I'm here for all of it. So I love you guys, appreciate you guys every single day. God bless you. God bless America. I'll see you later.